The FBI and the Heritage Foundation are going forward with their next steps in causing a trans genocide in the US. And I'm not using these words lightly. The Heritage Foundation is pushing the FBI to designate trans people as a domestic terror threat. And sources close to Ken Klippenstein have revealed that the FBI is currently trying to classify trans extremists as nihilistic violent extremists. The reason that I say extremist is because there's nothing extreme about the things that they're classifying, in the same way that Trump designating Antifa as a terrorist organization when there are no such organization that exists in the world. Antifa just means anti-fascist. If you're not anti-fascist, guess what? You're either a fascist or neutral to fascism, which makes you a useful tool to fascism. These broad definitions that they're using are excuses to go after anyone that they want to demonize and vilify. And unfortunately, who bears the brunt of this right now? Trans people. Because we only make up about 1% of the population, and we don't have the resources or the voice to be able to fight this sort of attack on our rights and our freedoms. And while they're trying to hide the fact that they're trying to exterminate trans people, that the policy that the Heritage Foundation is pushing the FBI to adopt, the TIVE as it stands, where they're saying that individuals are free to identify as trans or remain silent or indifferent, which just means go back in the closet. What constitutes a TIVE is anyone who thinks that the anti-trans rhetoric is causing violence against us or is causing the high rates of people taking their lives in the trans community, which both are just plain facts. Anti-trans rhetoric has led to the killings and the violence against trans people, as well as societal pressure for us to take our own lives. And you know what? This video, myself, would be considered an extremist because I dared to say that there was a trans genocide at the beginning of the video. Because the terminology that they're saying that domestic terrorists are using who are trans are stuff like cisgender, dead naming, misgendering, all words that we use to accurately describe the world around us. It's criminalizing our existence so they can justify the violence that they're causing onto us. And they're using the shooting that was done by a 22-year-old white Mormon guy from a MAGA family. That's what they're using as their excuse. Again, trans people had nothing to do with this, but they're using this to try and justify the violence and the extermination that they're going to try to bring on trans people. So to my trans siblings, take appropriate steps right now. Because I'm sorry, but these signs are too scary to ignore. I wish I had better news for you. I wish I could tell you that things are going to be okay, but unfortunately, we've seen this playbook happen before. We've seen it in the 1930s because they've done this before. The Trump MAGA party are the modern Nazis. They are the modern fascists who are trying to exterminate everyone they don't like and everyone they consider enemies. And I need you to be safe because this government is going to use this to justify whatever comes next. Let me say this again for the Trump administration. There is a trans genocide that you are doing against trans people. Your rhetoric is extremely violent against trans people. You are responsible for trans people taking their lives because of what you're doing currently with your rhetoric, with your hateful, violent rhetoric. You are cisgender people who love to fetishize us and consume our adult content en masse because, I'm sorry, the data shows it. You love to misgender and dead name people because you're all bullies. If that makes me a domestic terrorist, then so be it, because you.